Oh It has been said that her music plays like the soundtrack to somebody's dream. The hypnotic harmonies of the Irish singer-songwriter named Enya has sold some 20 million records, surprising to be sure given the high decibel sound that seems to dominate today's music charts. And it takes years in the studio to actually record her ethereal wall of sound albums. And now she is back with her first in 4 years. It is called The Memory of Trees. And Enya joined us several years ago, I think about 4 years ago, for her very first network interview. And we are delighted that she's back here this morning. You don't do a lot of interviews. First of all, it's called Memory of Trees.
The Memory of Trees.
What is that for? What does it mean?
It's actually derived from Irish mythology, and it was suggested by my lyricist Roma Ryan. And we were looking for a title and something that would show what the album was about. And when she suggested The Memory of Trees, the story behind it is the Druids in Ireland at one time held the trees as very sacred. And to me, it was a very strong title.
And you grew up in Ireland. You still live in Ireland. You
yes,
grew
I
up
do.
Speaking Gaelic, is that correct?
Yes, in the northwest of Ireland, in County Donegal, in a small area called Gweedore. They still speak Gaelic there.
And a lot, I mean, I read that your dad, I think, led a dance band, your mom taught music. I mean, your whole family's into music, but
yeah.
How is this album? Is it different than the last one, or?
Well, for me, I feel I've continued where I finished off with Shepherd Moods. And I just like to explore as much as I can. And again, I work with the same two people, with Nicky Ryan, the producer, and Roma Ryan. And we tend to just, in the studio, just go what feels right.
I don't know if people have any idea, though. I mean, I read a little bit of this process, the process. You'll stand for hours and hours and hours and overdub. You know that sound that we're hearing? I mean, it sounds like this whole orchestra and all these people, but it's your voice overdubbed and overdubbed. Have you ever kept track? Do you know how many times, the most times you've ever overdubbed your own voice?
Well, once I counted 500.
500?
Yeah.
You have unbelievable patience.
But it's something that I enjoy tremendously. I don't think you could do it if you didn't enjoy it, because each time it's as exciting as the first time.
And you write the melodies, and you play all the instruments?
Yes, I do.
You play all of them. Now, it's interesting because we talked before. I remember the last time I asked you if you were going to go on tour, but and if you did, how would you transfer that process that you do in the studio to get this sound to the stage? But you think you could do it?
Well, some people think it's difficult because it's one person in the studio, but the way I perform in the studio is very much a live feel, performance-wise. So
would you like to do it? I mean, because I know you're a very private person.
No, with the music, I'm not so private. I love to perform music, so I would love to be on stage with this music.
She's one act that doesn't really have to go out on tour to sell the records. They sell anyway, but this is interesting. It's called Memory of Trees. Nice to see you again.
Nice to be back.
Thanks for visiting once again to Good Morning America. We'll be back.